Hello and welcome to the front porch. My name is Kemper. Today is November 2nd, 2017, and this is a show we like to call Third and 21. We do two things: talk about college football, try to have a little bit of fun. So, as you probably know, the College Football Playoff Committee has released their top 25. They did not consult me. They did not consult the KPI, which is the Kemper's Power Index. You can look that up. All 130 teams are ranked, but today we're only going to take time to look at the top 6. Okay? I might have tipped my hand with who I think the best team in the country is. Listen, I get it. Everybody wants to be bold and make the prediction nobody saw coming. Wow, I'm smarter than everybody else. Now, if you don't have Alabama as your best team in the country, you're not smarter than everybody else. You know they're better. I know they're better. I look at three things. Who has the best players? Who has the best coach? And who has the best quarterback? Jalen Hurts might not be the best quarterback, but listen, he is a gamer. He's going to get it done. So forget about it. Alabama's the best team. I'm not saying they're going to win the national championship. I'm not even saying they're going to win the SEC championship. But on November 2nd, you know they're the best. All right, so let's go down to the 6th place team and work our way up from there. And number 6, and it's a shaky number 6, I got to tell you. Ohio State, very concerned. Light schedule, lost the best game, best team they played, blew them out at their place. So Ohio State is a shaky 6, but you know, they can prove themselves. The win they got against Penn State is one that can give a team momentum and drive them in. So we'll see how it shakes out for Ohio State. At number 5, listen, this one, I went back and forth. Oklahoma State, even TCU got some look here. But if you've got Baker Mayfield on your team, you know, you've got a chance. So, Bedlam's coming up this weekend. We'll talk about that more. Number 4, first one in. Listen, there's so much football still to be played. We can't do this is just for fun. But first one in on November 2nd is Clemson. I love me some Dabo Swinney. Love Dabo Swinney. What he's done, how he's built it. I mean, they've got terrific players. Quarterbacks, a little questionable. Defensive backs are young, but let me tell you, Clemson is a quality team I expect to hear more from. So number 3, we all know if Notre Dame is even average, they're going to get in the top 10. This isn't your average Notre Dame team. They can play defense, they can run the ball, they've got some quality wins already. Only loss is to a team we might see here in a second. And they've also got some really good games in front of them. So Notre Dame's in a really nice spot here. If they can take care of their business, they're looking really good. Number 2, the old Georgia Bulldogs. Let me tell you, if you're a fan of the Georgia Bulldogs, it could not be going any better. If Kirby Smart, before the season started, could write down, man, this is how I wish it would go. Everything's gone like that. So good things in Athens. So that's my top 6. We're going to take a super quick break. When we come back, we're going to break down what I'm calling Watch Your Back Saturday. And then go to a thing called the mailbag, where you can write questions to me and I'll do my level best to answer them. Take a quick break. Stick around. All right. On the road again, Cars. On the road again, Cars. Welcome back to Third and 21, a place where we talk about college football and try to have a little fun. Well, looking at the games this weekend, I've labeled this Watch Your Back Saturday. And the reason why, all of these teams, with the exception of one, are going to be tested. They all should win, but they're going to be tested. Alabama versus LSU. It's a 21-point spread. Have you even watched this series? 3 things happen. It's close, it's physical, and what is it? Close, physical, and hard hitting. I don't know. Here's what it's going to be, closer than 21 points. Georgia, South Carolina is the same type of thing, grindy game, where special teams play, something like that's going to break it open. Notre Dame, Clemson, hit rewind, same thing. Notre Dame against Wake Forest is going to push them. Clemson against North Carolina State, North Carolina State always gives Clemson a good game. So these teams should win, but it's going to be closer than what a lot of people think. Now, Bedlam, I think what we might see is Oklahoma State right in this spot here next weekend, because it's in Stillwater, and I like what they're doing out there. So let's go to a thing we like to call the mailbag, and that's where you can ask me questions. I'll do my level best to give you my best answer. So the first question up is from Barry in Lawrenceville. Barry asks, Kemper, what do you see as the biggest disappointment of 2017? Biggest disappointment of 2017. Barry, I'm a pretty positive guy. I'm not going to throw dirt on a team when they still got a good part of their schedule left. But, packing up my bags, and I'm going to head out west, because I really thought SC was going to do a little bit more in what they're doing. Sam Darnold, love him, but it just hasn't taken off, and they still got some games in front of them. They'll probably be okay. The boys in Tallahassee would say this was a disappointing year. We could look to Knoxville, Gainesville. All of those would probably be disappointing, but I would say Florida State and USC at this point. Next question is from Bobby in St. Petersburg. Bobby in St. Petersburg. Kemper, what is the NC at Georgia? The NC, Bobby, is what they're terming the new culture. The new culture is every single body is held to a standard. It doesn't matter if it's 0-0, first play of the game, last play of the game, 35-0, doesn't matter. What are you putting on film? What you put on film will be graded to a certain standard, no exceptions. It's called the new culture. If you're a Georgia Bulldog fan, you should like that. All right, next question. This is from Chris and Marietta. Georgia Southern has had a disappointing year. Yes, they have. And are playing Georgia State this weekend. How do you see this game working out? Let's back up a little bit. Georgia Southern really had a chance to not make this a rivalry. Okay, Georgia State has thoroughly whipped Georgia Southern 2 years in a row and turned it into a rivalry. As a matter of fact, Georgia State has a slogan, GSU State, not Southern. And with Georgia Southern not winning a game so far, firing their coach, we could be looking at 3 years in a row where Georgia State beats Georgia Southern. You wouldn't have thought that. I wouldn't have thought that 3 years ago. That's where it is. So if you're a Georgia Southern fan, all you want to do is see effort, fighting, and showing some guts, but we'll see how it works out. Hopefully Georgia Southern does not go 0-8. So tell you what, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we're gonna play a game. It's called Kemp, Where Would You Rather Be This Weekend? Stick around. Did I do Georgia? Did I do On the Road Again? Really? Okay, a little help would be nice. But, all right. Hello, welcome back to 3rd and 21. My name's Kemper. This is where we talk about college football, try to have a little bit of fun. This segment is brought to us by our friends at OnTheRoadAgainCars.com. OnTheRoadAgainCars.com. You looking for a quality car? You looking for good prices? You looking for great service? OnTheRoadAgainCars.com. Ask for Brandon, he's going to take care of you. So, what we do with this segment is, where would you want to be, Kemper? Where I'd want to be really is right on this front porch watching college football. But we look around the landscape of college football and try to pick out a couple of games where we're really going to have my attention. And we're going to start right here at Bedlam. Oklahoma State versus Oklahoma in Stillwater. And this is the reason why 4 teams is the right number for the college football playoff. This is a playoff game. This is a playoff game coming up on Saturday. I think Oklahoma State's going to come out with the victory, but it's going to be fun to watch. Anytime you get big-time rivals going at it, it's going to be fun. Virginia Tech, Miami is certainly one that you can see one of those 2 teams right up in this area. Let's see, TCU versus Texas is one I'm going to be keeping an eye on. So, to answer your question, I'd rather be right here on this front porch watching the games, but I would probably pick Oklahoma versus Oklahoma State for where would you want to be. All right? Hey, listen, if you want to get on this show, you want to sit to my right, talk about college football, you want to talk about your favorite team, you want to talk about college football in general, get in touch with me. We'll make it happen. You got a question? I'll do my level best to answer it in a straightforward way. All right? Don't go anywhere, because we're coming back next week. We'll see how this stacks up.